Oh no, we've got a serious problem. My bed's falling apart. I don't believe it. My bloody bed's gone and fallen apart again, so gonna have to stick it back together. Oh, it's lucky I got some glue. It's lucky I got some glue. Come on, Gorilla, don't let me down. Oh, thank God for that. That should do the trick. Oh, lovely. Well done, Mr. Gorilla. You've served well again. At least I'll better sleep well tonight. That's lucky, wasn't it? Let's have a look at this. This is that parts diagram I was saying about for the work I've got to do on a Discovery. Now, if we have a look here, let me get a pointing device. This pencil should do. This here is what I need, which is number... what is it, number 1? I don't know what number it is, but it's that there. Basically, it comes as a pair. That code goes to the box, comes around, and then one goes on to the thing, and the other one goes on the pump. Yeah, so this is what I need, because there's a hole around about here somewhere on my one, on the high pressure side. So yeah, that's what I've got to get. Now the thing is, the radiator's up here, the intercooler's up here, and it's a pain to get to when I tried to get it off before. So, but that's what I've got to get. That's why it's going to be a pain in the bloody arse. I know some of you are like, oh, it's easy, but it is easy, but it's just long-winded, because you've got to take the radiator out, the intercooler out, the lights come out because it's easy to get to that way. The grill's got to come out because it makes things easier. You put your hands through, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Not to mention all the rusty bolts and things, but that's the thing. So let's have a quick look in Haynes and see what they say. Well, I always like to sort of check. I mean, it always pays to try and... Some people probably don't, and I never used to, but as I've gotten slightly older, I've sort of learned it's easier to sort of prepare things, and then things tend to go, well, sometimes go smoother. So I like to always check on the Haynes and see what they say, and sort of follow what they do. But there isn't... Oh, there goes the bulb. There isn't actually a section for removing the pipes. It doesn't seem so anyway. Suspension and steering, I can't seem to find a section for actually just removing the pipes. So I should imagine removing the pipes is a part of removing something else. So probably because it's an easy thing to do, or it probably might be in this section for removing the steering box or something. But there is something else I need to do while I'm at it. I need to adjust the backlash on the steering box. I saw that somewhere. Steering box backlash adjustment. So I'm going to be reading that just to see what they say about that. As far as I know, all you got to do is... You're supposed to take off the ball joints and check for slack, but I know there's slack there. So I'm just going to loosen the locking nut on the box, and there's a little screw inside. You just tighten it, and it should take up any movement. And then if it starts to get stiff or bind up or anything, then you know the box is worn, and you've got to get a new box or get it all reconditioned. So while I'm there, I'm going to do that as well. But I'll read up on that in a minute and see what they say, just to see if there's something I've missed. Maybe there's something I should know in there. But yeah, so all I've got to do is change them pipes. Bloody hell. But the trouble is, I think the pump's had it and all, because the air that's been coming introduced through that thing, it starts to make it's whining. It's started to whine a lot now, so I think there's a bit of trouble there. So, but we'll find out. That's in a few days to come. I've got to try and save up for the pipes. 135 quid for the pipes, brand new from Paddock. So, and the pump itself is 100 quid. So I'm going to do the pipes first and bleed it all out. If the pump's had it, then I'll have to go get a new one of those, or get a reconditioned one, see what the prices are like. But yeah, oh, fun and games. I tell you what, it's going to be bloody typical though. I've been 3 weeks now out of work because of this disease, right? And you know, all this time I've had, I could be doing it, but I haven't been able to afford it. As soon as I can save up enough to afford to get the pipes to go and do the work on that, they'll probably call me back to work, and I'll have to go to work, so I won't have enough time to do it. Plus I've got to drive that car to work. It's going to be, I bet it'll be typical. But I won't say no, because we need money. Bloody handy, these Haynes books. And then the trouble is, these ones don't actually cover mine, but it's close enough. Mine's a 54, but it goes to 04. But yeah, bloody handy, the old Haynes books. Well, I went out for a bike ride the other day, and my tyres, I noticed my tyre was a bit low, and on that one. So I managed to get back alright. It's a bit hard to pedal though, but I managed to get back alright. So I'm just going to stick a bit of air in there. This Ryobi inflator, pretty handy. I haven't worked out how to use the deflation part yet though, but oh well. At least now if I pump my tyres up, I'll be able to go on more bike rides. It's bloody hard to pedal with that, half flat tyres, I'll tell you that. How much should we put in there? Let's turn it on. So we put, no, not put 10, we'll put 5. Oh, that's nearly there. 7. It says 7.5, even though I put in 5. We'll go to 9 then. Oh, that seems about right to me. Oh, that's lovely. What's that? Oh, it's 12.5. It's 12.5, even though I put in 9. Better do the back one, then I'll be well away. I better adjust my brakes. My brakes are alright. I did notice I was going down a hill and the back one weren't really working that well. So a bit of adjustment and we'll be well away for a bit of a bike ride, I reckon. A little bit of lubrication on the old chain as well. I think I use some of this 3-in-1 oil. I ain't got any proper chain oil, so I think I'll just use some of this 3-in-1. The chain's a little bit tight on this. Might have to loosen it up a bit, but it's difficult to try and do it with one hand, but I'll do it with 2 hands. And nice lubed up chain. And then we got this bike, which is actually my daughter's, that needs a bit of TLC. It's been in the shed for a while. It's got mould on the grips. The back tyre was flat. It needs a new tyre because this tyre is slightly too big for the rim. I think because you have to properly line it up, otherwise it comes off the bead, off the rim. And it needs a new, whatchamacallit, that goes on the inside. I've got an inner tube for it. I've got some spare ones. So it needs, oh dear, look. That's seen better days. That needs doing up. You have to see it, look into that. Yeah, it needs some work on it. So, you know what that means, don't you? Get the old pressure washer out and give it a good old wash. And we'll go from there. Lovely. Nice bit of degrease, huh? Love it. Oh. Scrubbed up quite well. Managed to get all the cogs nice and, well, relatively clean anyway. Gonna have to give it a nice spruce up. I was gonna get a new chain for it, but I don't think there's any need for it. I think it needs new brake pads front and back. The bearing, don't know whether that is visible on your screens. Yeah, but the bearings had it, well, it might not have had it. It needs tightening up perhaps, because I don't know whether you can on these, but when I was a kid, you know, I used to ride a lot of BMX, and you can tighten up the bearings. I'm pretty sure you probably still can on these. I'm going to have to find out. Take the back wheel off. If you can tighten it up, I'll be alright. If you can't, I'll have to get a new bearing. But that needs to be sorted out, and we'll be well away. Pretty pleased with how well it's scrubbed up. It's old, this bike. I don't know how old it is. GT Tempest 3.0. It's probably more than 10-year old. Good though. Need a new seat. The seat's not very comfortable. The seat that came with it was even less comfortable. Nice seat that came with it though. Nice. Ooh, let's see what else we can do. So I'm just about to start doing this bearing, but I've had a look everywhere and I found the seat that was on this bike when I bought it. So I want your opinions. What one? Keep this GT seat that I've got off an old BMX I used to have, or put that seat back on it? I want your opinions, you lot. Tell me what you think. What seat should I put on it? This one was quite uncomfortable, but this one's just as uncomfortable, so it doesn't matter. So I think this one looks quite good when it's on it. I might try and bleach it a bit whiter. It's very dirty. Comment opinions in the comments, please. What one? Righty tighty, you lot. Got this apart now. This is this was loose, and it says there, lock 40 Newton meters. I'm not going to bother getting a torque wrench on it. I'm just going to tighten it up. So lock that nice and tight. That should hopefully fix most of our bearing wobble. Still got a little bit on it, look. But maybe after I've tightened that up, that might go away. The bearing can do with being repacked, I think, with a bit of grease, but I'm going to leave that for now. Going to clean all this off. It's all seen better days. I'm going to give it all a nice bit of a clean. Get all that old oil and grease off of those cogs. And we can put fresh stuff on. And then we'll be well away. Well pleased so far. Nice. Lost all my little reflectors off the pedals, look. Long gone. At least the crank's alright. There's no play in the crank, which is lucky. That's what I always used to do. I always used to kill cranks for some reason. Never mind. Let's get the old socket set out and get going. Well, I gave it a tighten. Seems to be working alright. Behind this black cover there's some bearings. There's enough grease in there. So I tightened it up with a spanner and a socket. Now I'm going to put it back together, put the quick release thing back on. No, I'm going to clean all these up first and then I'll put it back together. So next we've got to sort out the gears. Now it won't go into the last gear. There's not enough pull on the cable. So we've got to adjust it using this here and a pair of pliers. So get our Allen key and a pair of pliers, undo it, pull the cable a bit, then we should better get it. We've got to keep fiddling with it until we get all the gears on the right number. So I've been playing around with the gears trying to get them to work, but I can't get it to, it'll either go into gear 1 but it won't go into 8, or I'll get it to go into 8 but it won't go into 1. So I've been playing around with the screws, the length of the cable and all sorts, but I'm going to have another play around tomorrow or some other day, because we're in that time, got to go and have some dinner. But I'm getting there. It's looking good. If the worst comes to the worst, I might have to just get a new, because I think these are worn, the cogs are worn. Look at that on there. They're, don't know whether you can buy new bearings for those or not. Might be able to. Might better undo that Allen bolt, take the cog off. Maybe put a new bearing in there perhaps, because I think they're loose anyway. I think it could do with a bit of TLC on there. So yeah, we're getting there though, we're getting there. There was one of you lot that worked in the cycle shop near me. If you can help me with parts, or just with some knowledge, and can I replace those cogs or bearings or whatever, have you got the bearings, whatever, if that's you, can you leave me a comment and contact me? And I'd be grateful if you could do. I can't remember what your name was, but I know you work in the cycle shop near me, because you told me that. Looks like my bed's drying nicely, so I'm about to sleep well tonight. Lovely jubbly. And on that note, I'm off. Ciao for now, you lot. And yeah, look forward to that video, putting all that together, because well, it's going to be a funny long one, I reckon. Bloody hell. Catch you later, you lot. Sleep well.